Hi there, this is Liam Day from the Top Class Teacher System, back with another video in my Top Teaching Tips A to Z. Now today I'm coming to you from the third floor bar in the Mercure Hotel, which as you can see has an amazing view out over Piccadilly Gardens in Manchester, which is the central hub of this city if you haven't been here. Okay, so the next teaching tip is G, and G is for grammar. Now, grammar can cause some teachers to wake up in a cold sweat, and it's not really necessary for that to be the case. There's a very simple way of teaching grammar, and what I've done is I have summarised it into a system that I call the SPIN system of grammar. So, what is the SPIN system of grammar? Well, first of all, S is for select. Now, what you've got to do is you've got to make sure that you're selecting the appropriate amount of grammar to teach on any given day. Sometimes a book will give you a very meaty grammar point that you might want to spread out over 2 days. On the other hand, sometimes it will give you a very small grammar point that maybe you want to teach and then teach something extra on top of that. P is for personalise. Grammar's got to mean something to the students for them to remember it. So using them in examples is a great way to help them do that. So, for example, if you've got a doctor in the class, you might want to make a context that is based around being a doctor or in a doctor's surgery. I is for in jokes. Grammar's got to be funny, and it's got to have a lot of humour in it, otherwise it becomes very dry. So, what I like to do is get jokes that are funny to the people in the class and use them to help teach grammar. So for example, in the past I had 2 students who would relentlessly play FIFA in the break times, and every day the same student won. So what did I do? I used that to help me teach comparatives. And finally, N is for narratives. Now this is something that if you've done CELTA you should have learnt, and it's all about context building through stories. Okay, so for example, for me, for teaching the third conditional, I use a story about a man who is in jail. I show an image on the board, and we create a story together about who he is, why he's in jail, and then we use that, for example, to if Mark hadn't robbed a bank, he wouldn't have gone to prison last week. Okay, now those are 4 simple ways that you can make grammar more engaging. But what I'd like to finish with is where the actual name spin came from. I like to think of grammar as spinning a web, and if you're aware of how spiders spin webs, the fly lands on the web, and before it knows what happens, by the time it tries to escape, it's already trapped. You should be trying to do the same thing with grammar. Walking in and saying to a group of students, today we're going to study the third conditional, you're going to get what I call the punctured Lilo effect, which is, but by making grammar engaging, by making it fun, by the time you actually introduce a grammar point, the students are already stuck, they're already in your web, and they're already engaged. I hope that this has been useful. If it has, then please like and share. And also check out my page, the Top Class Teacher System, for the previous tips in the A to Z series. And I'll be back very soon. Take care.